My name is Brandon Thomas Asante, and I'm here with Isaac Wapi. Continue to watch Fire Lady TV. Yes, come on, baby. Come on.
Usually, I call by Fire Lady TV, so YouTube, Adarma, Bana, subscribe, like it, now share video, now what they are, mame, na Facebook, and so a Fire Lady GH, also Adarma, follow page, no follow, not one like your videos, no share, now what they are, then Sembe na made a bremo, former Black Star player, Abdul Majid Wari, no sem, and na made a ba a person, and some if in catch a bano. Enye enike kana Majid Waris yaka na asem yi ohyase from Right to Dream Academy eno kopie mu OBK Hacken no waswe no kosiaka ma Sparta Moscow kosiaka Emma Valenciennes ewo French League no emo kosiaka ma Trabzonspor ewo Teke Lorraine ewo France kosiaka ma FC Porto Portugal kosiaka Edmond Samsona or Sansu kosiaka Edmond Strasbourg ewo France and na look say the last team of boy Anatosis Famagusta, I know a war Cyprus. Osiakan ede ema the Black Stars of Ghana. Kosi apia ene tun safreno abra Ghana. ECC ho abo qualify for the 2014 World Cup eno eto dwa ewo oman Brazil mo. Na the game Ghana ene Sudan boy no abrante no enya ni debut ede ma oman Ghana. Ewo 2012 World Cup qualification ebo na so Ghana we kai say eti oman Egypt ebo meka insia Kumase Baba Yara Sports na Brandon Majid Waris or shall go was our game na Ghana your boy no enti Majid Waris there can asem there the senior national soccer team there oji akotiri pa ediama the Black Stars of Ghana in 2017 April and na Oware Abaye friend no Habiba Sinari 21-year-old beautiful girl and Abdul Majid Waris Oware no na sa Oware no enti mi ankwa ankosi bebia but then ebaba ko APM na wotwi mu a ena ne ex wife I friend Habiba Sinari within komo na komo abayo ne edi no nkomo ne mu yerem ochim se abra no ne Majid Waris etwo no na Majid Waris enhyeda amfane ye hwe omfi no nonima ne se onam obobo o man attention eche se na de ba ko ne twa ne nsumu kan ne se Abdul Majid Waris ne busuafo so asa omeyi ne ba ko da hye ne nsa oche inyama of fame no ano eye dene nya nam so ntino ka chen se ka che Majid se aware wedie enya de a omo ebetimi atoa so ochim se ade bakọ na etwa ne nsurumu pa ne se Abdul Majid Waris ebusuafo ni papa titru efa phone ebisa ono Habiba Sinari se ogidie pa se eba boy na wawo no Majid ne ba na o se nyima we ni nyima bi akeka ho emma no cause to a state of depression no otu no forces no aware we die enya de a obeware bio impo osaso kan etoa so se ono enodina na pa se obesa so aware obi ofi northern region die lalai enya de a obeye be sanse atete ene ohawa ofemu abra na oni Majid Waris eware no enya de obepese sa atete ene oha no obesa so akomubi yenkonikuti nsema Habiba Sinari ex-wife Emma Abdul Majid Waris former Black Star player oka yede ba na ne akebia nso no yede amnensem no eni onimis G na etwetwensa enkomo no.
I was in med school. When I left, I came to Ghana. I stopped. I went to midwifery school. So I didn't finish because I was supposed to continue in France because he wanted to leave. So I stopped. Everything was basa. People didn't understand why. They said, look at this idiot. You left med school for it. But you are not in my situation. You don't know the type of agreements I had with him. But you sit back home and you insult me. You're forgetting I'm a human being just like you. But trust me, I cursed all those people, like no jokes. Yeah, if you know you insulted me some time ago and your life is really not going well, trust me, it's from that time because I actually cursed you. So I didn't understand. I felt I was scared, so I had to put myself together. I went back to school that same year. It took me off, it took me off certain things. I kept myself busy. I had time for myself. I started going on vacations. I started feeling like, okay, I'm the only one in the world. Let me have fun, and just my son. And that was a bonding moment. And then that was when I knew that it's actually not easy to be a single mom because if you even blow air on my son, I can slap you. Yeah, like I was so protective. He was so attached. Especially when he started saying Dada first. I say, hey, like how dare you? I put the mama in his mouth by force. And then, he started saying mama. And he didn't even know his dad. Even till now, he calls his dad uncle.
Oh.
It's not my fault. Me, I don't care. It's not my fault because he's still young. He'll grow up. He'll know that's the father. There was some time he went to school. That was last year. And they were talking about that. And he said to his cousin, they used to attend the same school. Oh, me, I don't have a father.
Oh, no.
I said, you're not a bastard. No.
Oh, no.
I heard you correctly. You're not a bastard. Don't say that. Don't say you don't have a father. You have a father. He's there. So I called the father. And I was like, this is what your son said. Talk to him. I said, I'm your father. He said, no, you are my uncle. Your uncle. I said, you see? He said, I won't catch you and say me your neighbor. I said, me not my catch you.
Oh.
Did I tell him I'm his mother? He knew I was his mother. And already I went through a lot having him. In terms of me being alone in the States, so many things happening, me in the delivery room alone, all these things.
Your husband had gone to play or?
Obviously, I wanted to have him in the States. And he is, in fact, he can't leave his job. The job is demand. That's their first wife. You that you're married, in fact, you are the third wife. Second choir is, you are too good. Third wife. So it became very hard for me. I wanted to do what I wanted to do for my child. And so, fine, okay, you have to work. You have to come and see us. And he came, he left. And he coming back again, my son had already popped up because he was preterm. He came way before. I was really sick. I'm not joking. My BP was rising. I was stressed. BP, I didn't know what I was up to. My mom had to come and she had to renew her visa. The dates they gave her was... so I didn't have nobody. So that's when my postpartum depression started. Before leaving the hospital, the doctor told me, you're suffering from postpartum depression. So we started counseling. I got to Portugal. He didn't want me to continue. He was thinking the doctors are just going to chop my money. Or his money. Well, it wasn't my money. And I didn't have money. What am I going to say? I'm not working. What am I going to say? What am I going to do? I just had to be there. It got to a time I said I wanted to come back to Ghana. I can't live anywhere apart from Ghana, honestly. Maybe just for a short while. And I came.
But because of mommy and because of family?
I was alone. I took care of the boy alone and all that. And my mom was complaining that I had lost too much weight. She wasn't happy. My mom thought I was sick and I wasn't telling her. And I was okay. I was underweight as a pregnant woman. And that wasn't good. You see, everything was just off. Even to the father, I'm sorry to say this, it's far gone, but I'm sorry. Yasin's father, sorry. But the father thought that wasn't his child. So that actually broke me up. The fact that my father-in-law, my father-in-law was someone I was really close to. He really liked me so much. He used to call me princess and sweetheart and all that because his wife was Habiba. And he really liked me so much. Well, that's what I thought. I don't know. I called him and I was so angry because he did something. My ex-husband did something. I was telling him, before I couldn't cry and talk at the same time. So before even I'll end the thing, I say, why? You tell me. The child is not for him, don't worry. Are you the one to cover up for me? So that was when I was like, what? I said, I'll call you back. Then I knew that the problem on my right hand is more than the problem on my left hand. So I even forgot about him. I said, he's not my issue right now. Your father is my issue. I was like, what? Why would you think so? Like, how? Did he understand why I just got in a marriage and I just got pregnant? Situations happen.
Even the first night could get you pregnant.
Thank
it doesn't have to
you.
be 20,000 times.
Thank you. It takes just less than a minute to conceive. And people don't even know. Even with twins, people don't know this. Medically, I can have sex with 1, 2, and I can give, if both eggs are ovulating and 2 sperms are around, you can have twins who have different fathers. Yes. So if your education is important, if you are not going to give anything to your child, trust me, exposure, education, give it to your child. That's the best thing you can leave for your child. So when he said that, I had that thing throughout. So from when I was like 6 months, I was already depressed. And not having time for my husband, from him, because he's not available. I barely see him. Even when I have to go to the hospital, it's just once, I think. Maybe someone from the club has to come and pick me up. There was no moment. There was no bonding moment. He didn't really know me much, as a lover, as a wife, just as a friend. It was hard. No mother, no father. I was literally like an orphan. Yeah, because I wasn't even telling my mom nothing. My mom wasn't around, and I felt everyone has neglected me. That was the beginning of my depression. So when the baby came out, I was looking at him. He said, this one, he looks like me. I was scared. Not because I've done anything, but I was scared that they're going to say, hey, 3 days, oh, the God I serve, it now look like the grandfather. Even me, when I saw him, I said, hey, I know I wanted it to look, but not too much. He looked like his people so much. Even till now, the way he behaves, everything like his people. And the father was even surprised his own father said that. But yes, that is what marriage is about, especially when you're an African man and you allow your parents to interfere with your marriage, knowing very well that our parents see things differently. They can't do things the way they used to do then, now. We are 2 generations, different generations. The way I was brought up, I can't do that to my son. I can't bring him up the same way. Our northern people are very hard to deal with. Every northerner knows that. I'm not ashamed to say that. I am a northerner. And I'm not ashamed to say this. I cannot marry a northerner again. I'm not even joking. I can't. Dating them is something else. Marrying them is horribly something else. And there, I know if they see this, they're going to insult me. You can insult me, that's okay. We are 2 different people. So marry the people that understand you. Because they are very difficult people. They don't understand why you should work. They don't understand why you should be the woman you want to be. They don't understand when you even have money more than your husband. Why?
I must say you were very, very... The last time I said to somebody that they were strong, people say it was not the right word to use, but you are courageous. It takes a lot of courage.
And I was young, so you can imagine. It's hard. I'm not going to lie. Enjoy your life before you get married. No lie. You have to make sure you enjoy your life. You're satisfied with it. I mean, not too much, not silly things, but just make sure you understand yourself. I think at some point I didn't even know who I was anymore. I didn't understand who I was anymore. I used to be that bubbly young girl who used to laugh a lot. I could laugh. You can even slap me, I'll laugh. When you say sit down, I'll sit down. I was very naive. I was very young, naive, innocent. And then I have someone, taking advantage of me. He wasn't a bad person, but he made me think he was after the divorce, because you want me to force you to even give us shelter. I won't let my family
But
do
we
that.
thought that you had gone away with a lot.
Exactly. People thought I had
sincerely,
taken him
I
to
thought
court.
you had gotten all the money, all the houses,
That's what. But I could have taken him to court because I had upper hand over everything. Right now, the family lawyer was pushing me. I had to take him to court. This. I said, no, let him be. He will come back. And yes, he did come back because things weren't going on well. And I said, you know why? Because any man that neglects the child suffers. And you will suffer if you don't do right. Any man that leaves a woman that has given birth, blood is a covenant. It's a sacred thing. It's a serious thing. It's a spirit. Any woman that's had abortion for you, any woman that has gotten pregnant for you, any woman that you've literally slept with, and you have the audacity and the guts and inhuman character to make her feel that she's not a human being, especially when she has had a miscarriage, abortion, and delivered for you, you treat her anyhow, it's a natural case. Even in 10 years, you pay for it. And women, we don't know ourselves. We want to compare ourselves to men. I see people shouting feminist. You want to compare yourself to a man? No. It's a teamwork. We are 2 different breeds, literally. We are 2 different people. Why do you want to compare yourself? The neck and the head they don't compare themselves. But guess what? Without the neck, the head is useless. So that's who we are. Why do you compare yourselves? And they didn't understand that I wasn't ambitious, but I was someone who was very independent. I never asked him for nothing. He didn't understand. I think it got to a point I felt he thought I had somebody. I don't know. It's like he didn't understand why you not ask me for luxury. You have to ask me for attention. I cannot give it to you.
Habiba, I am so glad that you've been able to open up to tell us what you've been through and the truth you've spoken. If you want to go there, forget your attention. Forget the romance that you want and all of that, and go and enjoy what you want to enjoy. And I am glad that you made a comment, you still want to get married.
No, of course.
You know, it's not shattered your life
No.
totally. And of course, you have a beautiful son.
Thank you.
You know, I haven't seen him, but
Oh, you will now. He's a big boy.
he's a big boy. He doesn't ask questions anymore.
Oh, he does.
Oh.
He talks too much. Oh my God! But I don't shut him up because that's who he is.
So he doesn't say, why you know daddy? Why is this?
No,
daddy?
he'll just tell me. Mommy, I saw my friend. His best friend is called Johan or something. He's like, Johan's daddy came and picked me. Johan's daddy gave me. Mommy, where is daddy? And I'm like, oh, he's there. He asks me a lot. So that's why my mom always says, Habiba, please try and get married.
So that they
Just
feel
to, and
that
I'm like, my son is
vacuum.
not complaining. He'll be okay.
Aren't you also afraid that one day you wake up and your husband says, I'm coming for my son, and he takes him away from him away
Oh,
from
he
you?
does not. One, you know, but who can take care of he said it himself, no one can take care of him like I can. And it's true. Where are you taking him to? Oh, I'll fight till my last breath. Like, you cannot take him. Like, where are you taking him to? He wouldn't even try that. No, you cannot try that. Where were you? For 2 years, I did everything myself. I was paying his school fees and all that.
So for 2 years, it was totally silent on
It
you
was,
guys.
yes, I think he felt he was punishing me, or he felt I wanted to use the boy to punish him. I don't know.
Total silence.
Yeah, it was because I won't talk to you. You too, you won't talk to me. But I got to a point I wanted to put everything aside. I'm like, are you not going to ask of him? Are you not going to do this? Are you not going to do that? And then he started bringing himself one by one. When things weren't going on well, he now came. I said, you know why? Because you're not taking care of your child. And it's a curse. And guess what? He started taking care of him.
And
So many
things have
things fixed up.
become better. We thank God for your life, and I love the fact that you can share your story to encourage someone and also put a smile on your face, because sometimes you never even know what people are going through.
Exactly.
So I'm glad that you spent some time with us and telling us about your career and how far you've come. And it's not I've read stories, so I'm hearing a different narration now.
It's always like that.
And if I get some understanding as to how certain things were said and why they were said and all of that. So I'm grateful to you for making some time to share yourself and just be yourself with us here on the show.
So we any ensema former Black Stars player Abdul Majid Waris ne ex-wife Habiba Sinari waka ediafa Abdul Majid Waris wa yedibi aba besumu o Fire Lady TV so adaroma meso bebere se oba no subscribe e wo YouTube o subscribe wi a adaroma na wasa so like video we no wa share e dey ma Facebook nso no Fire Lady TV also adaroma meso bebere so oba over follow page no o follow wi a na wa share video no like na o dey ma me share e wo my next video.